Just as the woman squatted down to water the tree, she suddenly noticed the ground beneath her feet shaking. Sensing something was wrong, she quickly grabbed the shotgun on the ground and immediately sat on the train tracks to feel the vibration frequency. In an instant, she realized the train was approaching. Seeing that there was a curve in the tracks ahead, the woman instantly came up with a plan to escape. She called for her companion, and the two of them immediately ran forward because the train would slow down at the turn, giving them a chance to jump aboard and escape the relentless hunters chasing them. With agile movements, she leapt and climbed into one of the cars. But her companion, who weighed several hundred pounds, couldn't jump up no matter how hard he tried. Luckily, Emily gave him a hand and managed to pull him up just before the train cleared the bend. But before the two could catch their breath, they heard a strange noise coming from the back of the car. They instantly went into combat mode, weapons in hand, slowly moving toward the sound deeper in the car, only to be completely stunned by what they saw in front of them.
Who's there? Come the fuck out or I'll shoot!
What the two never expected was that the ones walking out from inside were actually a group of dehydrated stowaways. But even though they had just escaped danger, Emily still didn't lower her guard because they hadn't truly shaken off the hunters chasing them. The people in front of them could very well be hunters in disguise. It wasn't until Emily saw a baby crying loudly in one of the women's arms that she finally relaxed her vigilance. But just then, the train suddenly came to an abrupt stop. That's when Emily realized they had run into a surprise border patrol checkpoint. With no other choice, they raised their hands and walked out of the train car. Seeing that it was a former military unit, the large man quickly explained that they were being hunted and begged for help to get out of there. But the soldiers didn't believe a word he said, thinking he was making it all up, and turned to leave. At that moment, one of the stowaways suddenly called out the man's name in English. The two immediately realized the man was one of the hunters. Desperate, the big guy once again pleaded with the soldiers, but was ignored again. Seeing this, the hunter grew cocky and threatened that he would definitely kill them both. Enraged, the big guy completely lost it. He charged forward and tackled the man to the ground. Then, without hesitation, he grabbed a grenade that had fallen from the hunter's backpack, pulled the pin, and shoved it straight down the man's pants. Soon, the military contacted the U.S. Embassy and arranged for Emily and an elderly survivor to board a vehicle, preparing to evacuate them from the area. However, Emily quickly noticed that the big guy was missing. At the same time, the man riding with them wouldn't stop talking, rambling on and even wondering aloud if they had done something wrong to be hunted like that. Hearing this, Emily instantly realized this man was also a hunter in disguise. She gripped the overhead handle tightly, then slowly raised her legs, and with one swift kick, she sent the man flying out of the vehicle. Without hesitation, she slammed the gear into reverse and drove straight over him. The old man in the back seat screamed in shock at Emily's sudden move, but Emily didn't flinch. She got out of the car, walked to the back, and opened the trunk. Inside lay the big guy's lifeless body, proving her suspicion had been correct. Then, she found a map tucked beside him, with the location of the hunter's main base clearly marked. In that moment, Emily had a bold idea. She turned to the old man, ready to launch a counterattack against the hunters. Meanwhile, back at the hunters' main base, the hunters were still proudly bragging about their latest skills, completely unaware that they had gone from hunters to prey. The next second, Emily burst into the compound with a weapon in hand, opening fire and taking out the hunters one by one. With the strength and reflexes of a retired Special Forces soldier, Emily quickly eliminated the group of wealthy elites posing as hunters, leaving no one alive, not even those who tried to flee. However, just as the old man stepped into the bunker, a voice came through the walkie-talkie, calling out his name and ordering him to finish off Emily. It turned out, the old man was also one of the hunters. Without a moment of hesitation, Emily sent him straight to the afterlife. Soon after, she got crucial intel from the lips of a half-frozen hunter, revealing the location of the true mastermind behind it all. With weapon in hand, Emily stormed the final location. After a fierce and brutal battle, she ultimately took down the leader and claimed all of his wealth, finally starting a life others could only dream of.